Alrighty, the level 45 goldsmith quest is the Fox in the Hen House, given to us by Serendipity. Let's get into it. It should request that I make 3 different things for her or someone. Come lend a hand, Mercy. We have a mountain of commissions to fill. It's because of the upcoming gala to celebrate the Sultana's name day. Anyone has received an invitation, and all of them intend to be seen wearing the finest garments and jewelry. Some of our more popular requests have been for headwear, and that's where I'd like your help, especially. We'll need 3 Electrum Circlets of the highest quality possible. 1 set with amber, 1 set with spinel, and 1 set with zircon. You can handle that, can't you? And if you're at all curious as to why I'm giving you this particular commission, it's from Roroton, your biggest fan. He's acting as the middleman for many of our transactions, you see. I knew he was ambitious, but I never expected him to rise to prominence so quickly. He's become the talk of Ul'Dan High Society, what with his impressive knowledge of the fine arts and his talent for obtaining anything his customers desire. Of course, what most are unaware of is that his talent is largely dependent on yours. In case you've yet to realize it, it is your creations that have helped him to build his reputation. You haven't let him down once, Mercy, so don't make this the first time. Be the best goldsmith you can be, and bring me the circlets when they're ready. Alright. Have I made these before? Probably not. Because all these gems... I'm gonna have to go farm. Yep, I'm gonna have to go mine these. Okay, that's fine. So, Electrum Circlet. Where are you? Oh my god. The level 41 through 45 crafting list for Goldsmith is 51 items. I think that might be the longest yet. Oh god. It's the longest yet by at least 11. Sorry, 10. Sorry, 10. I think I said. Electrum. Okay. So these are all going to be level 45. Whew. But I'm level 50. That doesn't really make much of a difference. I might have some food, but I think it's still... We're going to be okay. But I need amber, spinel, zircon, and 9 electrum ingots. Okay. So, miner. They're going to be mining, right? Amber, spinel, zircon. So amber is East Thanolin. Spinel. I don't have any spinel. I have 1. Okay, I'm good on spinel actually. What's zircon? I haven't done that yet. Haven't done that yet. How did I get a... Oh, they're in different spot. Okay. Let's just go get this right now. So, Camp Dragonhead is the closest. It's Korthus Central Highlands. I did actually come to this exact spot to farm ice shards for probably mostly armorer. The thing is, yeah, or probably Jade too. Actually, very, very likely Jade too. I didn't. The faster way was actually to jump over to Botanist, which is a much higher level, and do it that way. Let's see. That was the zircon. I have at least 1 spinel already. In the amber. Amber, yeah. I don't know why I have that over there. It's fine. Dry bone is the closest. That is a weird scenario. So, A customer with a particular health insurance is covered for a particular medicine. But for the first time I've ever heard of, and I'm sure it happens often, but it's the first time I've heard of it, the pharmacy didn't have the necessary materials to make that particular medicine. So they just went ahead and made the customer a different medicine that would also fulfill the same role in his life without even consulting with the insurance to cover it or not. Now the customer is calling his insurance to make sure that it's covered, and that's ridiculous, man. That may be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, it's not. I've heard plenty of dumb things, but it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Back to Thanolin. Ulda, sorry, back to Ulda. This actually might be the fastest level 45 so far. I'll make an amber. It's raw amber, it's level 41. It's gonna be difficult-ish, but I've already done a lot of these similar ones. So no food will be necessary. I'm actually going to pop a Waste Not 2 just to start things off. And then Innovation, Basic Standard. Got a proc on a standard, that's awesome. I need 4 plus, so I need 172. So actually, I'm gonna do I can do a Beer Gods. It costs less than a standard. It's my first time using it on these crafters. I've used it a lot on Culinarian, but first time here. That's cool. Beer Gods Blessing costs less than a standard. It's 24 instead of 32. And it uses up all of the inner quiets that you've gained to do 100% plus 20% per inner quiet stack. So occasionally, not always. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything further because I'm not sure I would be correct. I'll do a veneration one, but okay. There's my amber. Go back to goldsmith, zircon. Make the zircon. Same thing, Waste Not 2, Innovation. I got an excellent proc. I don't think that's going to cap me. It's close, but didn't. Now, poor condition means that increases to quality are halved. I need... Oh, yeah, we're fine. I need like 67. We're cool. And Innovation, or sorry, Veneration 1 pot for progress. And lastly, I think it is a Spinel. They're like amber zircons, they're like next to each other, so I will probably have to mine more Spinel eventually, but not for this quest. Alright, I need 18 plus 168. So the cheap way to do it is Beer Gods. And a Veneration 1 putt for progress. Alright, so I need 9 Electrum ingots, which are level 42 goldsmithing craft. I've made them before, but not with Beer Gods and not with Waste Not 2. So I'm going to Waste Not 2. I'm not going to... Yeah, I'm going to... Well, yeah, I'll use the proc. That's fine. I'm looking forward to when a proc isn't quote-unquote wasted on a standard touch. Instead, there will be a... I think it's like level 70 plus, though, if last time I looked. Do I have the proper... Is this a 5? Grade 4. I don't like wasting. So we'll go figure out where these are. Probably not that way. Could be wrong. We're looking for... Could be independent. It probably is the independent merchant. Yeah. Grade 4 dark matter. Whatever is in your inventory that's the highest dark matter is the one that'll prompt you to use, and there's no way to not do that. So I keep my grade 5s that I already purchased a while ago in my saddlebag, because I don't want to accidentally use one. It's only like I think it's like 12 gil difference, or no, 32 gil difference. But I like to save money wherever I can, so why not? I gotta make 8 more electrum ingots. Waste not 2. Use the proc. Innovation. I don't think the proc really makes a huge difference, but I am who I am. And you don't always have to use beer gots. Sometimes thinking about it just takes up time that I don't want to waste. And I don't always use the proc for a standard touch, especially if I've already done at least one touch. I'll grab this materia via extraction. CB +2, oh thank you so much. Not really... Not actually thank you at all, but it's whatever. Once innovation is on, I actually don't necessarily care about using the procs for standard. I probably should. I need 35 plus 216, so I can use a beer gots here for a 1 putt on there. Gosh, gonna pop out, get another. Excellent proc, but I didn't catch it in time, but I got lucky that that was a basic touch was all I needed there. I think it's a 400% boost. This might be an example of how this goes with no procs. However, I got a proc after basic standard. I need 120 plus 216. That's 332. 336. Now beer gots will cap us. So hell yeah. That's the beauty of beer gots blessing. Or buyer got, however you want to pronounce it. I need to make 3 more of these. Excellent. I didn't catch it in time. That actually is a bad thing. I'm gonna take this. No, I'll just I'll gross. You really want to catch those excellents so that you don't. It still worked out really well actually, but because an excellent is an excellent. I think it does save you steps no matter what, but if you can catch it and use it for your highest possible quality step, please do. Because the poor condition of the next step sucks donkey balls. Okay, this is an example of not having a proc on the 5th quality step. Okay, so I need, once again, 120 plus 216 is higher than 284. So we'll need to do a basic, which I'll just follow up with a standard touch, that's fine. And then veneration, progress. And there's my 9. Go back to goldsmith here. So let's make amber first because it's higher on the list. 1 amber HQ, 3 electrum ingot HQ. No need for waste not kind of stuff. We'll just do innovation, basic, touch, standard touch, basic touch with a proc, standard touch. And 67 times 2 is not greater than 158, so we will do an veneration 2-putt for progress. Cool beans. Zircon 1 HQ, Electrum Ingot 3 HQ for the Electrum Circlet Zircon. Same thing. Innovation, basic, standard, basic, standard, with an excellent proc, and veneration 2-putt for progress. And lastly is the Electrum Circlet Spinel, 1 Spinel HQ, 3 Electrum Ingots HQ. Innovation, rotation. And veneration 2-putt. I gotta hand it to... I have played... Okay, so... Terra, which is kind of like this first-person view, or like some over-the-shoulder third-person view MMORPG, which was really fun. I liked it a lot. But the crafting system was so daunting. Guild Wars 2, I don't think I did a lot of crafting. I believe I have max level, but I'm not sure I've done any crafting. I'm not even sure you do craft in that game, but you probably do. And no, I think I've done some. I don't remember any of it. WoW is just you gather the materials and you click the craft and you're done and you do it. Final Fantasy XI is not really, it's sort of like this, like you select a crystal to start the crafting window, the correct crystal, mind you, and then you add the materials one at a time by clicking on them in your inventory and adding them, and then you're done. Like you just wait for it to be a success or a failure. That's it. This game is the first I've played, and I've played The Secret World also. I don't remember the crafting in that game, but the first game I've played where you actually have to do actions in the crafting sequence, and I kind of like it. I like it more than I've liked any other crafting, and I think I have maxed out crafting in World of Warcraft on like one craft. Maybe, I'm not sure I got ever to max, but pretty high. But I like it. This is different, you know. Different is good. Was that all 3? That was all 3. Cool. Just want to get rid of that material. That dog is loud. Okay, back to Goldsmith Guild. Show Serendipity what I've made, get her approval, move forward. Remember, Roroton requested 1 circlet set with amber, 1 set with spinel, and 1 set with zircon. Whenever they're ready, bring them here and I'll take a look. Cutscene, handing them over. Nah, GGG. Electrum circlets? I will not bore you with flattery, Greenhorn. I will simply state that you did well. If you will not permit Gigi to fill your head with materia, then he will not deign to fill it with praise, faint or otherwise. That's awfully petty of you. These circlets certainly deserve more than that. Take this one set with amber. Now, amber isn't a gemstone in the traditional sense, since it's composed of fossilized resin and not a mineral. As a result, it requires different techniques to bring out its true potential. But you've managed to do just that, creating a piece with it which is both pleasing to the eye and beneficial to the wearer, especially one who wishes to more effectively channel his earth magics. In contrast to the natural vibrance of amber, the zircon in this circlet imparts a sense of wisdom and worldliness. Of course, it also improves one's affinity with ice-aspected ether. Now that I think about it, zircon is not unlike ice, in that the presence of impurities can radically alter its appearance. As for this circlet set with spinel, I would say it strikes me as a symbol of confidence and power, though perhaps I'm only saying that because I know that spinel is elementally aspected to lightning. You've brought out the best in your materials and crafted 3 different yet equally magnificent circlets. I would go so far as to say that you've attained a level of skill rivaling that of our best goldsmiths. I'll take this as my screen grab. It's actually going to look very similar, except for 3 mannequins instead of 1, to the previous quest, level 40. All that's left is for you to head over to the Ruby Road Exchange and deliver them to Roroton. Actually, I take that back. There's one more thing you should probably attend to. Do you remember our friend from the Sultan's Horn, Robert? He was just here asking to speak with you. I must confess I am somewhat jealous of this special attention. In any case, he should be returning any moment, so perhaps you will find him outside. I've no idea what's on his mind, but you might as well speak with him before making your delivery to Roroton. Nah, G. Secrets and lies, secrets and lies. The man is not more than a miserable pile of secrets and lies. Please, Gigi, show some restraint. I know you dislike Roroton, but this is too much. You must learn to... Roroton? Is it Robert? Whatever. You must learn to treat our customers with respect. This kind of behavior is inexcusable. Don't concern yourself with him, Mercy. Pray give my regards to Roroton and Robert. I have a feeling he said Roroton, because why would I say that if it's spelled Robert? I don't think I would do that, but we'll see. Here's Robert, right outside as usual. Mercy, there you are. I'm glad that I finally found you. I understand you're helping Mistress Serendipity with some of the orders for the Sultana's name day celebration. I know you must be busy, so I'll get to the point. The Sultan's Horn have learned that the Jade Fox, a notorious thief, may be plotting to infiltrate the festivities and rob our distinguished guests. We will not allow this to happen, of course. However, the identity of the thief has yet to be determined. Therefore, we have decided to discreetly investigate several of our guests, including your patron, Roroton. He has no ties to the 77 caravans or any other major trade organization. We can find no relatives, and his activities prior to his arrival in the city are unknown. You've met with this so-called merchant several times and filled numerous commissions for him, have you not? Yet I wager he has shared little, if any, personal information. Can you honestly say that you know the man? I tell you this because if he is indeed the Jade Fox, I fear you may be a part of his plans. Do not turn your back on him, Mercy. Okay. When the title of this quest was A Fox in the Hen House, I kind of had a feeling somebody we've dealt with numerous times who we may have formed some level of trust with might be the Jade Fox. Roroton was not at the top of my list, but he was on there. Greetings, Mercy. Always a pleasure to see you. Have you brought the circlets I commissioned? Hand them over. They're spectacular, simply spectacular. The women who wear these works of art will be the toast of Ul'dah, I guarantee it. You're more quiet than usual, Mercy. Is there something troubling you? My options are, why did you really come to Ul'dah? Or, are you the Jade Fox? Why did you really come to Ul'dah? Because I so deeply respect you as an artisan, I shall be perfectly honest. I confess that I am not exactly the dedicated entrepreneur that I claim to be. In truth, I am a man besotted with the trappings of the material world. I wander the realm in search of artistic masterpieces, not as a businessman, but as an altruist. Some men covet and hoard their treasures, but I would sooner share mine with my fellow man. I would go so far as to say that I consider this my sacred duty, which is why I am absolutely thrilled to have discovered a talented goldsmith like you. As a purveyor of luxury goods, I couldn't have asked for a better supplier. Now, I must insist that this conversation remain between us. In this city, it's unbecoming for a merchant to have any motive other than profit, you know? But I go back to serendipity. I have had 2 level 45 quests so far that have given me an option, 2 different options, and choose one kind of thing. And I have been wrong on the first one. I figured out what the correct one would be for the second one. So we'll see what serendipity does here, if I'm forced to share Roroton's secret, quote-unquote. Welcome back, Mercy. I'd ask if Roroton approved of your circlets, but I have no reason to believe he didn't. By the way, I spoke with Robert after you left. He told me of this rumor that the Jade Fox might target the Sultana's name day celebration. It's terrible that the rogue would even consider ruining a royal gala. Gods, what is the world coming to? I hope Robert catches the fiend and personally teaches him a lesson. But let's not dwell on that, shall we? A name day should be a happy occasion. I'm sure that everything will turn out for the best. Of course, I wasn't offered that, option. 196,020 experience points. A level 43 mithril lapidary hammer main hand, which I have a 5 level lower but HQ hammer that is better by 3 craftsmanship and 2 control. So I will not be equipping this, but I'll desynthesize it. And I know that my lower level but HQ gear is better than all of these higher level but NQ gear. So 4,000 gil coming my way. Level 51, hells yeah. We'll desynthesize the Apprentice's grinding wheel from level 40. Nothing special. And the mithril lapidary hammer, level 45. 2 fieldcraft demi-materia level 1s. So those will sell in the market for roughly 7,500 each. It's awesome. I love it. That is... I'll show you really quick. You've probably seen it before if you watched any of my videos, but 7,000 gil from all those elegant silver pieces. Let's see what the current going rate is for those demi-materias. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, I sold some more stuff. Cool. What'd I sell? I actually just sold 2 of those. 3? 2. I didn't know desynthesizing could be so... what's the word I'm looking for? Not valuable. That's a good word, though. Well, 7,800 still seems to be the lowest, so we'll continue doing that. I share it with another vendor on their retainer on this guild, on this server. Profitable. It's a good word. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for those quests. I've done Armorer 40-45 and then Goldsmith 40-45. I should be able to do some more tonight. We'll see. I gotta make dinner. But we'll see. Bye-bye for now. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time.